Hi, my name is Leela Sinha. My website is leelasinha.com, and I can't stop talking about pleasure. I believe in pleasure. As a minister, I believe in a lot of things, but I really, really believe in pleasure. And the reason I really, really believe in pleasure is because it changes everything. It changes how you know what you know. It changes where you put your priorities. It changes how you interact with people. It makes you a better person. Pleasure makes you a better person. I'm not just saying that. I really believe it, and I really live it. Because every time you're out of alignment with your pleasure, you're out of alignment with what you know you ought to be doing. And when you're out of alignment with what you know you ought to be doing, some little voice in the back of your head is like niggling and nagging and grumbling about the way you're not doing what you should be doing. And when you're not doing what you should be doing, you're miserable. And when you're miserable, you take it out on everyone else, and you don't have as much emotional capacity to deal with hard stuff. So then when somebody cuts you off in traffic, or when your lover doesn't come through the way you were hoping they would come through, or when a check bounces, you feel like crap. And you take it out on the people closest. Not necessarily closest to you, but closest to the problem. And so you end up yelling at clerks and random people on the street. And it sucks, because that's not the world I want to live in. And I don't think that's the world you want to live in. In fact, I don't think anybody really wants to live in a world where everybody's fighting all the time. But that's what a world without pleasure looks like. And we have a lot of places in our lives where we don't have pleasure. Like that. And it sucks. And so I keep talking about pleasure. I talk about pleasure about the clothes that you wear. I talk about pleasure with the foods that you eat. I talk about pleasure everywhere I go. And to everyone, including white-haired grandmas on the bus. I talk about pleasure to ministerial colleagues. I talk about pleasure from the pulpit. I talk about pleasure just about everywhere. Pleasure is at the center of changing the world. Believing in pleasure, allowing pleasure, expanding the places where we contact pleasure is what's going to change not just us, not just our lives, not just that you'll finally be doing what you know you should be doing, not just that you'll be giving your gifts to the world, not just that you'll be nicer to your lover, but also the whole world will change. We've been saying this for a long time. They said it in the 60s, and they said it hundreds of years before that, and hundreds of years before that. And there were even some religions that played with this idea before religion got kind of twisted around in service to a kind of world that I don't think any of us want. Pleasure is a source of power, but it's not a source of power over, it's a source of power with. It's a place where power and connection are one thing. It's a place where power and community are one thing. And it's a place where we all get to contribute to the things that matter most to us. That's why I believe in pleasure. That's why I teach connecting to pleasure. That's why when somebody calls me up and says, "Hi, I'm your client, and I really want to get out of this thing that I'm doing that's making me miserable," I say, yes, that exactly. Let's stop the misery. Let's start where the misery is and remove that. And then we can go on to everything else. It's really important to me to be amazing. It's really important to me to be fascinating. It's really important to me to be seen and heard and understood, and for the word to get out. And not just get out to a very small group of people with a very specific kind of resources, but get out to everybody. Because this is not a single class thing. It kind of feels like it is because Maslow's hierarchy makes it seem like it might be, but it's not. And that's why I want to go to Reed's Sex Geek Summer Camp this summer at the end of July. You can find more information about it at sexgeeksummercamp.com. I already found more information about it, which is why I'm making this video. And I would love to join the other sex-positive professionals there and learn more about how to make a difference, and learn more about how to be seen, and learn more about how to be heard, and spend time with a bunch of really fantastic people, many of whom I know, and many of whom I'm looking forward to meeting. Sex Geek Summer Camp this summer in July in West Virginia. I'd like to be there. I hope you'll be there too. Good luck. Bye.